boots hit the pavement, baseline booming, no room for the basement. Chain swing heavy, neck in engagement, crowd too lit, chaos in arrangement.
Bass so thick, rattling the spine, trap beats hit, sharper than a spine. Every word raw, cooked in the grind. This my zone, my moment, my time.
Wrist iced out, colder than a freezer, flow so slick, dripping Mona Lisa. Snakes in the grass, call me the weeder. Lyrics cut deep, sharper than a cleaver. Hear the roar, engines never stalling. Rooftop vibes, skyscraper ballin'. No sleep nights, dreams keep calling. Heavy bass hit,
Like a boulder falling. Bass so thick, rattling the spine, trap beats.
All right, hey everybody, this is Terry and Irene with Nspstv Paranormal Podcast. How you guys doing today? Normally we would have a podcast show, but tonight we're gonna do a Q&A. So all you guys that ever wanted to ask us questions, here's your opportunity to do so. If you have anything that you want to ask Irene, here's your opportunity. Hey, man. I mean, she's good at what she's doing. She's damn good, but she's not better than me. I mean, I can ask a lot of questions. I can answer a lot of questions too. You know, I can tell you what kind of cat food to give your cat and all that. Hey, and the best thing I can do is, man, if you guys like to get catfishing, I can tell you what kind of bait that you should use to catfish.
Nope.
Hey, I can tell you. I'm telling you. I can tell you. See, Irene's in Japan. I don't think they have any catfish over there.
They
I don't
do
know. Y'all got catfish over there
in the river.
in the river? Yeah, boy. See, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. They may not use what I like to use for catfishing.
Ugh.
I like to use raw chicken. I use raw chicken. But hey, guys, tonight it's Q&A with Terry and Irene. So please, if you guys got any questions, feel free to jump in. Tomorrow we will be. Where will we be tomorrow? Oh, let's figure it out. Nobody's perfect, guys. We can figure this out. We will figure it out, man. I know I have to work from 9 to 5 tomorrow. So Irene is gonna have to hold the podcast down till I get here. I don't know if she can do that. She's kind of a weenie. She don't like doing that. You're like, why me? Why me? I'm like, well, hell, man.
It's
I
not
mean,
why me. It's like, oh my god, OHS.
yeah, or that too, but she's gonna have to suck it up and just do it. Tomorrow we got Paranormal Girls and Tim.
Okay.
And Sunday we've got Alone in the Dark Paranormal. I think we had these guys on the show before.
Okay.
Quite a ways back. Yeah, so but yeah, let's see here. Then next week we got Potter's Paranormal. That's on the 12th. The 13th is Paranormal Unveiled. And the 14th, we've got Show Me Something Spooky Paranormal. And then, guys, we're going to take a break. I think we have an investigation on June 19th. Hey, Juneteenth, man, if you guys know what Juneteenth is, hey, that's a great day. Juneteenth. That's when my ancestors were freed from slavery. So that is a good day. So I think we're gonna investigate that night. Then we got a day off on the 20th, which is Saturday. Then we got Ghost Quest Solo, Sunday, June 21st. And after that, it gets pretty busy because
We
that
got
runs
one
in.
more, I think. I
Uh,
think we got the demonologist, right?
uh, let's see here.
That's in June.
That's on the 27th. 27th,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Then the 27th. Then on the 28th, we got Castle Rock Paranormal.
Mhm.
Then after that, we're running into the 4th of July, the 4th of July weekend, and it gets pretty busy. I don't think we get a day off until the 10th, which I'm pretty sure that we'll get that covered too. So we're pretty busy. Then after that, we're running into August and September. Man, Irene, this year is gone already. Can you believe it? It's already half the year is
Yep.
already gone.
Yep. And I'll have a birthday in July, and I go, oh my gosh.
Well, well, hey, speaking of birthdays, we had one yesterday. Big shout out to
Penny.
Penny for her birthday. Happy
Mm.
birthday, Penny. You know,
Happy birthday.
yeah. I don't know if you saw all those emojis I sent you, Irene, yesterday.
I did.
Boy, I wanted to blow your phone up. I wanted to do 100, but I didn't think there was 100 emojis on there of happy birthday. I mean, I couldn't call you every hour on the hour like I wanted to, but I did enough.
Yep.
I am happy with that. And Sunday we're going to put flowers on her. We're going to replace the flowers on her grave, and we're going to get her some new flowers. Speaking of, ask her what color does she want this time.
Didn't I tell you?
No, you didn't tell me.
Okay. Blue.
Blue. That is going to be a hard color to find. Why she pick blue all of a sudden? What's up with blue?
I don't know. It's the random color that she likes.
Hmm. You know what? I like saying. Well, she didn't wear blue a lot,
No,
but the favorite color I like to see her in when she was here was black.
I know, but she likes blue and pink.
Pink. She didn't wear too many pink. She wore
No.
some yellow,
Hmm.
but not too many pink. I don't remember. Well, I guess she might have had some pink stuff, but
Yeah, dark pink.
yeah, I mean, I can see that she might have worn some dark pink at one time.
Yeah.
So, guys, this is your chance, man. Q&A with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. If you guys got any questions for me or for Irene, here it is. Please jump in. If you got any question about the paranormal or anything about a loved one, maybe you want Irene to contact, feel free, and she'll see what she can do for you guys. But uh, until then, we are going to play a game, Irene. You ready to play a game?
Uh.
Yeah, we're going to play a game. The game is show and tell. I like to
Oh.
show and tell. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so we are going to ask all the spirits, all the people that are around you.
Mhm.
We're going to ask them a question.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to see if they can tell us what they think. And this can be about uh you know politics. It can be about anything that comes to mind. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so we're gonna ask just any random old question. Uh, so we're gonna start off. I don't know how are we gonna do this. Um,
You ask the questions, I'll try to help answer it.
yeah, what do y'all think? Well, see, I can't do that. So I was gonna see what is the difference between food back then and how do y'all think? How do y'all like the food now and the food back then when you guys were alive?
That would be asking somebody who's really old.
Well, I mean, we do know some old people.
Grandpa.
Yeah, let's ask Grandpa. Grandpa, what do you think about the food today in my day and time compared to food in your day and time?
Garbage, he said.
You think it's healthier?
The other way around. Bleh, he said.
So do you think it's more healthier in your time compared to mine?
Yes.
Interesting. What is some of the food that you guys ate that was considered more healthier compared to what we
Homemade
eat today?
stews, breads, pies. Mm,
Hmm, okay, yeah.
uh, stuff that was made into pot soups. Uh, Stuff like that.
Interesting. Interesting. Now, do you okay? Now, do you think that you will be able to do you think you'll be able to live in my era?
Yes and no.
Mm. How would you have a hard time adjusting to my time compared to yours?
If wife gets to cook, yes, but if she doesn't know,
Well, I mean, she can cook. You have your own place. She can cook.
yeah. But
I think
she
that'd
he
be
really
cool.
doesn't like it because it's not it's not what I like. He's saying, or it's not. Mm, how would I? Ugh. He's saying a couple of things. He says, number one, it's not. He can't get used to all the junk food. He's saying, and two,
Mm,
it's not healthy.
yeah, it wouldn't be healthy. Yeah, I feel you. Could tell us he wouldn't be having all these fat grandkids he got running around here.
He goes, you got to do something about it.
Not me. They got exercise.
No, he said, you got to do something about it.
Like what?
Make them exercise. He's saying,
You can make him walk. You
mm-hmm.
can make him walk. Okay.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Do you think that time has changed between your time and my time? Even
Yes.
though even though we're getting paid for the work, some of us still think that the the wage don't match the amount of work that we do. So we still think we're enslaved. It's still like a slavery type of situation.
Yeah. Mm, but he
Especially if
said,
you're not getting paid your worth.
yeah. Well, more you than us, I think.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Americans, American freaking jobs are they don't want to pay.
No.
If they did, they don't want. If they pay us more, they wouldn't profit more.
Yeah. Because Grandpa said that we take the train, right? We walk, and you use the legs more here than you do there, and everyone drives. And so he's saying that It's more, I don't know. It's better.
Yeah, yeah, you guys do a lot of walking, a lot of exercise.
Yeah. And a lot of people do have cars, right? But they still walk,
I mean, that's
right?
what I would do. Where else can you get a good scenery if you're not walking?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
Compared
and a
to
lot of times trains are a lot cheaper than paying the parking, right?
right?
Or paying the toll booth. So, and for a small car it's 14 bucks. It's 14 bucks to pay the toll booth, right?
Wow, that's expensive.
I know. I mean, that's one way, right? You have to pay the same way back, right? Yeah.
So you're paying $24
Yeah.
all round trip. Wow.
Yeah. 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 And don't forget if you have to have gasoline, right? Yeah, you have to be that on top, right? And
Yep.
gasoline it's a half a gallon, okay? So it's 1 liter, okay? It's a buck 65.
That's not bad.
And then but you pay 10% consumption tax on top of that.
Consumption tax.
Yeah.
What are you consuming?
It's a tax that you have to pay on top of that. Everything that you buy has is 10% on top of that.
So everything that you eat, there's a tax on.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that here too. They say there's no tax on food, but I know there is.
Yeah. But the only thing different is that we don't have tips. We don't tip when we go out to eat.
Oh man, these people, if we don't tip, they'll have it damn fit.
Well, because the wages are better that's why.
Because I know wages here for a server is $2.13.
No. Here wages start at $10.
See, yeah, these guys are making money.
Yeah.
They're definitely making money because
The only place where it's expensive after 11 o'clock, there is a service charge that you pay, which is including a tip. So you have to pay a service charge of 10% on top of that. So you're paying your bill, right? With plus the 10%, plus another 10% on top of that. So you're paying 20% afterwards after 11 o'clock at night.
hmm, wow, that is crazy. Uh, you know, I'm gonna ask you a question, Irene. What would you be doing if you couldn't do what you do?
Not worry about not worry about what things that go bump in the night, right?
I mean, what would you be doing with your life if you wasn't able to do what you do? What would you do in your time?
I don't know. I think I'd still be making necklaces. I think it'll be more for fun, not for energy, not to help people. Um, I'd still be making bracelets just for fun. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be have to worry about anything. I
But
wouldn't have to worry about what goes bump in the. I wouldn't have to worry about people, other people worrying about what goes bump in the night either.
have you ever ran across somebody that you helped and they didn't appreciate it?
Yeah,
Tell me about that one.
it's. I think one of my friends, two of my friends, knows about it, about her. Yeah, it took us almost half the night to get rid of it, and she said that I put something in her house.
mm. And why would they say
Right,
why
right.
why would they say that you put something in their house and
I
you're trying to
don't,
help
I don't know.
them?
And then she got a black a a dark witch to put a spell on me, and which killed my cat.
Hmm. Would you say most of your clients that you help are Caucasian?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm. Have you ever had anyone reach out to you that was non-white?
Yeah, a man whose mother was, I think she was in a retirement home, and she won't eat, she won't drink, she won't do anything, and she was just laying there, and I think he knew that her time was over, and he asked me for help, and she did cross over, and she came to me, she said thank you, and she left. Yeah,
Mm-mm. Okay,
but that was it.
interesting.
That was it. That was it. That was it. Nobody else.
Interesting.
But you
Well,
see, spirits here are different. People don't want to entangle themselves with the dead, right? So they just say, "Okay, you're there. I'm here. I walk this way. You walk that way. I don't bother you. You don't bother me."
hmm, out of all the races that you've encountered doing this, what race of people would you say is the most skeptical about what you do?
White people.
They don't believe you?
A lot of them don't, and some black people don't either.
Well, well, how can that be when most of your clients are white?
I know. I know. But the most that understands are English people or from the UK, because I think they have the same amount as stuff that goes on in their country as what we do in our country. So they're older, and I think the younger countries really are new to this, right? And so they're not really. You got your two kinds: the ones that really embrace it, and the ones that really don't want to have anything to do with it.
Mm. So you saying Europeans are a little bit more open than
Mm.
Americans?
Because they live in a country with a lot of stuff happened, right? There's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of beheading, there's a lot of things in that stuff that you don't want to talk about, right? Happen in that country, so you see a lot of similarities when it comes to fighting, and a lot of sword fighting happened here too, and a lot of sword fighting happened there too. So you see a lot of similarities going on in the two countries. That's why we kind of like have a basic understanding of each other,
Hmm. Interesting. Uh,
and that's what got me into the paranormal.
so if you said white people are the most skeptical people,
Yeah, well, they're split up into two groups, right?
right? So what other race would come right after that?
Jeez. Hmm. Some black people don't like it either. The ones that are very religious, yeah. The
Yeah,
more the more religious people, the more they don't like it, right?
yeah. Because I think black people do believe. I think we just don't have that. It's not. You know what? It's not on our priority list.
No,
if
no.
if we see something and we look and we're like, ah, yeah, okay, then we go on
Okay.
about our day.
Yeah, like okay, yeah. So we're just gonna put that on the back burner over there. We're
Yeah,
just gonna, yeah, yeah.
you know, we're not the type of people that stick our nose in other people's business,
No, 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 no.
and I think a lot of people do that, and I think doing opening. And I think that opened doors for
Hmm.
other shit to happen. But us as a black race, we were always told if we see something we don't understand, run away from it.
Yeah, or don't deal with it. Walk away. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
leave it
you know
alone.
what? You know what? Here, young people are like that too, right? They don't want to believe it. Okay, until you get into the older people, then they're a different breed of people, right? So yeah, they have stories and they have legends and they have urban legends. So they're the people that you want to talk to, right? And they're the
Right?
people that believe more than the younger people. So yeah, it's kind of hard, and you get people who are really skeptical, who really don't want to.
But and it's crazy because when I talk to people from Louisiana, when I talk to people from anywhere south,
Hmm.
those southern states,
Hmm.
where there is a heavy presence of people that practice voodoo,
Hmm.
these people here, I mean, they seem to have a natural understanding of what
Hmm.
the paranormal is,
Yeah.
and but yet they, I mean, they're not scared. I mean,
No.
they
No.
they
I
go
think
about
they
their day.
respect it. They respect it more. I think.
I think they respect it more too because I think they've actually seen more, and I think
Yeah.
they have a unique understanding
Yeah.
about it.
Hmm.
You know, they got that vibe. Yeah, don't fuck with me type. Yeah, don't fuck with me, and I won't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You
Eh,
know.
Plus, plus, there's a lot of places where they had a lot of plantations, a lot of things that they don't talk about. They don't want the people to know about today what happened back then because it was really bad too. And
Hmm.
I think they understand it more. They know it's haunted. They see it as it is, and they just yeah, they have a lot more respect for of the dead. I think there than here, than the other places in America. You know.
I'll be honest with you. If I was a slave owner back in those days, and I had slaves, I
Mhm.
knew that practice voodoo,
Mhm.
I would be petrified.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way that I would treat them. Shit. If you, choo choo train. If if I knew that they had the potential to harm me, uh-uh, I show them the most us respect. Hell,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll start paying them. I'll start treating them right.
Yeah. Because they can come back and get you, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
That's what comes around goes around. Kind of like old thing.
Yeah, and I don't like playing those games.
Nope.
What goes
Nope.
around comes around. You know what? Anything that comes around, might as well keep on straight going because I'm not dealing with it.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I you know what? I've never been the type to take things. There's some things I would take head on, but there's
Mhm.
some things I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Mhm. You're not gonna
Nah,
touch that one with a 10-foot pole. I know.
I'm not gonna touch it. I'm good. I'm happy. Hey, I'm content right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But there are some out there that takes it head on.
Mhm. And that's what you bite. You can't bite off more than you could chew, right?
Mm, right,
And you
right.
pick your poison very carefully, like I do. Like I live in the most haunted. I live in a very haunted country, right? But I don't stick my nose in some place that I know I'm gonna get it lopped off, right? No.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to. I think that's what we're trying to say to anybody who's interested in the paranormal or anybody who's interested in investigating. You don't go for the top, really bad haunted place. You go for the easy place that you know that you'll be okay. Uh, you know that they're not gonna come out and take a chunk out of you, right? Because there are
Mhm.
places that will do that. You know that, right, Terry?
Oh yeah.
And
You
you
know.
know they're not for the faint of heart. They're not for the amateurs like the greenies. I call them greenies, but they're not for the greenie people who are just starting out learning about it. Yeah, the only way you can learn is by experience. Yeah, but you have to start out very very simple. You can't start out going at the most like I don't expect you starting out to go right into Waverly Hills or someplace like that, right? No, you start it very simple at the bottom where you know that yeah, it's haunted, but it's not gonna come out and attack you or you're gonna come home with somebody that you least suspect that you don't want to have anybody near you, right? So you know
Right.
you just you have to use your wits about this because if you don't, you're gonna be in a whole lot of trouble. And it's not just you; it's the person that's next to you is gonna run up the same place as you are, and you're gonna wish that you never went there.
Well, yeah. But there's a lot of places like that.
hmm But you know, you pick and choose your poison properly, right? And you
Right.
start at you start at a very simple place to go to. It can be haunted. You know, well, any place that is really badly haunted, you know that safety is the most dangerous thing, right? So how bad is it? How volatile is it? Um, like, am I gonna be okay? You know, there's several questions that you have to find out, and if you can, do your research about it, right, and see how bad it is, because a lot of places are not meant for the starting out people, right?
Yep. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Uh, what is your most weirdest case you've ever had?
Huh?
Yeah.
Did you read the comment? What is the square root of the root squared?
Okay. What is the square root of the root square root?
Explain yourself a little bit more,
Yeah. Explain yourself a little bit more.
because there is no such a thing as square root when you're talking about what we're talking about. There is no logic. There is no logic to what you're trying to ask, because logic goes right out the door when you're talking about paranormal because you don't know what the heck is there. You don't know how it's going to react, and you don't know how it's going to react to you. And it might react different to me than to Terry, right? And it might like one person, it might dislike another person. So there's no logic to anything when you're talking about this. Because paranormal can be the most illogical subject ever invented. So you can't think in the box. You have to think outside the box because there is no box. And like all hell can break loose, really, at a flick of your finger. And there is no right, there is no wrong way either. Well, there is a wrong way. You can have a wrong way too. There can be a wrong way. It just depends on how you react. That can be a wrong way. Or what you say can be a wrong way too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Uh, Tell me about your most interesting case.
That's awesome, right? Yeah.
The one case that sometimes that can make you think about it and just think about it. And it's a case that you know it happened, but you don't understand how it happened or why it happened.
You couldn't understand why and how. Mm, I think all cases are different. You can't put one above the other. You can't differentiate one from the other because they're all very different in every different way. Okay. Um, remember the guest that we had? That took 6 hours to clean cleanse their house and get rid of whatever was there. That was one of the most hardest cases I ever had. Because I don't, I don't bend when it comes to doing what I do. I don't say, okay, yeah, I'll do what you want me to do. I really don't. If a spirit says, no, you're not going to do this until you do that, I said, okay. So I really don't, I don't bend over backwards if a spirit asks me to do something. I usually go straight for it. Okay, this is what we're going to do, and this is the way I'm going to do it, and that's it. But this time I had to bend, and I had to listen to what the mother wanted me to do, so I did that. And I said, okay, I've done that. Now it's your turn to do what you promised me that you'll do. And you promised me that you'll cross over it if I do this. And that's the deal. That I don't make deals, but that's the only time when I made a deal with the spirit. And I
Hmm.
did. And that was the only time case that I ever did that. And I usually don't make deals, but yeah, I had to for her sake because she wouldn't do it. She won't go if I didn't do that. So yeah, I think that was the most hardest. That was the first time for me.
Have anybody besides the ones that we know that have done this, has anybody just jumped in and told you what they wanted you to do?
That was that one. That was the only one that asked me to help the kids outside. Do outside first.
Mm.
So I had to do outside, right? Yeah, that was the only time when I did that. And normally I don't deviate from what I'm doing. I have a plan in my head and this is what I'm going to do. And you do it that particular way. If I don't like deviating because I have it in my head what I want to do and this is my plan and when I tell the plan to the client, he understands or she understands and yeah, this is what I'm going to do, this is what we're going to do, and then we're I was about to do something inside. She goes, wait, no, 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 I'm not going to do that until you do that. So I said, okay, stop. Hold the protection, we got to go outside. So he said, oh, why? And I go, I'll tell you afterwards. Okay. So I
Have
told him what.
Interesting. Have anyone ever came in and asked you to reunite them with a loved one,
Once or
and
twice.
and you've been successful with it?
Once or twice. Not very many people do that. You know why?
Why?
One, they're afraid. Two, they're scared. Two, they don't want to be reunited. And three, they want to know how much I charge.
Well, I'm talking about a non-living person.
That's what's the problem with that one. They want to know how much I'll charge for them to reunite with their loved ones, and I don't.
In a non-living. I mean, what can you? What can I mean? How would that work?
Usually, if we talk, like if I talk about that person, right? Or if that person knows that person, or if that person knows that person who I'm talking about in a conversation like you and me, and oh, hold on a second. Okay, like Grandpa when he came in, that's how it happened, right? Because he found you.
Okay, so let's just say you have a wife, a husband.
Mm-hmm.
His wife passed away, but he passed away, and he was haunting the house that he was in because he didn't know what to do for that sake. He
Yeah.
he 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 just wanted to. He kept saying, "Where's my wife? Where's my? I want my wife. I
Yeah.
want to go home with my wife. Where's my wife? Where's my wife?" And and that's all he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, is it possible that have you ever done anything like that before?
A little bit. A little bit. It's not an easy thing, right? Because when they die in a different realm. Okay, it's hard to find that person, right? Yeah.
It's weird because I mean, because I'm trying to understand this. How does because the way because the way it was told or the way it allegedly is supposed to happen is all family members are in the same realm, correct? Or no?
Depends.
Who does that? I mean, what defines that?
Um. Let's say if that person. Okay, we're talking about good and bad, right? If they were a good person, or um, if that person had issues and had to go to purgatory, stuff like that. Yeah, they wouldn't be in the same realm.
Okay, now what do you consider? What's the difference between bad and good in your eyes?
Like if you're shit stirring when you were living and you did things that were totally against humanity. Um, if you did a lot of stuff that like fighting and stuff that isn't permissible in life. Okay,
Okay,
as society, as society, right?
so let's throw this. So what about adultery? Adultery
Yeah, yeah,
is that considered something that you can go to purgatory for?
yes,
Well, okay. What about like stealing?
yes.
But everybody has stole something at one point in time.
Mm, that would depend on how they feel, not
Okay.
us.
Now, uh what about lust?
Cheating.
No, just lust, drooling over someone that you know you can't have.
I don't. That wouldn't be considered as bad. You know that.
Well, because you gotta look at all options.
Yeah,
Because when you look at, because people go to purgatory for some of the stupidest reasons.
I know. I know. I know. I'll tell you one thing. My mother's still in purgatory.
I mean, and to me, I think you only go to purgatory if you committed the most heinous crimes.
Yeah, it's not always that.
Not always that, but it is. And the way I look at it, the way I think, if you committed a crime against someone, I think that you should go. If
Hmm.
you kill someone and you die
Yeah,
eventually, I
yeah,
think you should go in front of them
yeah,
and be judged.
yeah, yeah.
That's
My
how I look.
mother's in purgatory. My father wasn't. My father didn't go to purgatory, and he became a dark entity. And yeah, he walks the earth. It never to cross over
But how
because
do
it's
you
his
know?
choice.
But how do you know he walks the earth? I mean, because if walking the earth is not a bad thing, is it? You get to see a lot of stuff,
But you can't be in peace.
but half of the spirits on this planet aren't at peace.
I
Think
know.
about, okay, we mentioned Europe earlier, right? Look at
Hmm.
all the wars that happen in Europe. Do you
Hmm.
think any of those people that fought those wars are at peace?
I don't think so. I think some are and some aren't.
Some of them that are fighting for a king who never gave a shit about them, they're
Yeah,
angry.
yeah,
There's, I just don't see it
yeah. Some
because
are and some aren't. Some will cross over, some won't.
because how can you fight for something or someone who don't trust you,
Yeah,
who don't love you, who will
yeah,
not turn around and do the same to you if
yeah,
need be?
yeah,
You gotta think. You gotta think about that.
yeah, yeah,
You really gotta think because if you're not gonna fight, hey, I'm not gonna fight for you if you're not gonna fight for me.
yeah, yeah,
That's how that works.
yeah. And you were told to do that whether you liked it or not. You can't question it. And you were chosen, so you're gonna do what you're told, and that's it, right?
Right? And dude, you're gonna go off and fight somebody that you don't know anything. They ain't never committed a crime against you before in their life. Don't know who
Yeah,
you are.
yeah, yeah,
That's how that goes.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
uh, have anything that you have dealt with, have it ever has it ever came into a certain type of form in your house?
No, because we won't let it.
Hmm.
That's
So
what you call boundaries.
there's never been any dark spirits in your house.
Except for my father. And the
Interesting.
thing that came when we moved, after we moved, right? Yeah.
Hmm. How do you think spirits? Now you always tell me that spirits sometimes have a one-track mind.
Hmm.
They always seem to think about. They don't think about to us what's considered important to us.
Hmm.
It's always what they considered important to them.
Yeah.
You know, why do you think that they think like that?
Mm,
Why do they lose that essence of something that's technically was important to them when they were alive? Now that they're dead, there are certain things that are still important to them. It's just there are things that are just beneath them. They just don't give a shit.
to tell you the truth, I watched this one thing on Facebook. It talked about after a person dies that they're not really interested in what happened in the past, and they're only interested in what's moving forward for them in the right now, what's going to happen to them now, what with their transition.
So if that is the case, why do we have so many hauntings that are
That's true.
residential hauntings? Where some people say, "Oh no," it's not about. It's always about what's theirs. So
Yeah.
the most important things in their lives is the most important thing that they care about. You
Yeah.
know, and I like, for example, I see a lot of cases where spirits just don't want to leave their house.
True. True.
You know, and I'm like, "What, damn, dude? I thought you guys cared about the most important things. A
Yeah.
house is superficial. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just a
Yeah.
house,
You can't take it with you, right? Yeah.
right?
But some of them are attached to where they lived, and that's all they know.
And then there's some that all they care about is being with their loved ones. So
Yeah.
to me, it seemed like they care more about their loved ones than the
Yeah.
simplest things. I understand that,
Yeah.
but
But
I'm
you
like,
see, the ones that really boggled me is the ones who are attached to their homes and said, "No, I built this house," or "No, I'm on this property and this is my property and I'm not letting it go and I'm not leaving." Right? Yeah.
but can they be judged by that?
I don't think so. You
Would they
can't
go to
judge them.
But
You
would they
can't
go to
judge them.
purgatory? Would they go to purgatory for that?
They don't want to leave.
Exactly. It so they wouldn't be judged if they was to say, let's say for an example that I convinced a person that, okay, it's time for you to go on.
Yeah.
Now, are they gonna, just because they didn't want to leave their house, are they
Mm.
gonna go to purgatory for that? Or are they gonna go into the light?
Um, the ones that I've helped do go in the light, right?
So I think that's it's kind of crazy how that whole thing works out. You
Yeah.
know, uh, because I was always told that you
All
die.
spirits go to yeah. Not
No,
all.
I was just told that if you die, if you was a good person, you go to spend eternity with all your relatives.
But you see, like I said before, remember there's a set of rules with that, right?
You know, so I mean, there's a set of rules with everything.
Yep. Even in death, there's a set of rule.
I like to know who put these rules together. They must. They got whoever they are. They got a really good head on their shoulders. They
Like,
knew exactly what how to do this.
but it's funny because Penny didn't cross over, right? She was haunting her grave. Okay, I noticed that, right? And then when we did send her over, she quit haunting her grave, right? So she slipped from purgatory and she went right to heaven.
Mm. I mean, and that's another story,
Yeah.
man. Why do they always go hunt their grave? You know what? I will go back to the thing that I remembered the most, and that would be if I feel some type of way about going into the light, I will go back to the most memorable thing that I know, and that would be my house.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't go back to my grave and hunt my. What is the point of that?
We see. Remember her her family. I mean, she didn't have very many people left, right?
Nope.
So the only place that she would go to is her grave.
I mean, she could have came home,
No, because she doesn't have permission to come home.
or she had other family members she could have went to.
No,
Mm. Well, she would have been stuck like Chuck.
Yeah.
Well, there's, I don't know, for every action, there's a reaction. For every time somebody do something, there's something, I don't know. It's weird, but
Yeah.
for people to say that this stuff don't go down, they don't know
Yeah.
they don't know anything
But
because,
remember, Penny was sick, right? Penny was
hmm
sick, right? So she died before her time. So actually, she was kind of like taken. When you're taken before your time, you don't die naturally. So naturally, you would think that you go to heaven, right?
well, I'm just trying to figure out what is she waiting for.
Well, she finally got what she wanted, right? She finally got crossed over.
Yeah, but why not just go on just go on and just see what's out there? Why do she hang around and and help you out and hang around? I mean, why come she just don't make that decision and say, hey, there's a whole universe for me to explore, and
I
I'll
don't
see you
know.
later.
I don't know. Unless
I
she
think,
made a deal with Grandpa.
or either she just is she waiting for me?
No, she made a deal with Grandpa.
Well, damn, that was quick for you to say.
Well, yeah, because she just said it.
What about me?
You're not ready.
What about when my time is ready?
We'll deal with that then.
You gotta let grandpa got grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Who did she have? Me.
Mm-hmm.
So when she gotta make a choice. She can stay with grandpa, or we can catch the train to Never Land.
mm, that's the
It's
thing.
up. That's up to her what she wanna do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm catching that train. I'm not gonna stay hanging around. There's things for me to do, places to go. I get an opportunity to see things I've never seen before. You
mm-hmm.
think I'm not gonna hang around? Bye, Grandpa. I'll be back to visit. You know, and I'm
Yeah,
just, why is he in my realm?
because he's watching over you and me.
See, but he's always been there. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you think he might have saw the future?
Probably.
What is it that he saw? What is it that he saw in me that he wanted to hang with me? Just
I don't know.
all the grandkids that he's had. Why
I don't
me?
know. I don't know. Because you probably understand. Remember, it took him a long time for him to understand what I do.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out the. I'm trying to understand the things that he do.
We can't understand that right now. That's not for you to worry about now.
Oh, look at you guys! Y'all see what I go through on a daily basis? I'm trying to answer questions. She still don't want to act right. You know, I can't help but wonder, uh, what is his? I mean, what's his motive behind all this?
My guardian angel.
Yeah, but he wasn't your angel before, or was he?
I don't know.
It's got to be. It's something. It's something big. It's something bigger than. It's something going on that we just can't figure out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm
What? What is going on? Why he was always in the shadow. He's always watching.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, as, how long have you been there?
He said a while.
I mean, since I was
Secretly.
a baby, since I
Secretly.
was born.
Secretly.
So he's been there before I was born. Oh, he was been
Yeah,
there when I was.
probably. Probably.
Did he do my dad? Was he watching over my dad also?
Yes.
Well, he's made some bad decisions in his life. He should have jumped in and handled that.
Yeah, that's true. Not only that, I have a shaman in my house too, right?
Mm. Can I get one?
I don't know. This is my friend's grandpa.
I would love to have a shaman. Me and he can talk for days.
He's in that corner. He comes out when I need him.
Another time, he's just sitting in that corner.
Yep.
That's no fun.
The stuff that he does is no fun either, you know that.
Mm. You know what I'm saying? I
Sometimes it
ain't
comes out looking like, oh, like what, what battle have you been through, right? Yeah, but that's the way it is. And some of the stuff that you're gonna have to figure it out on your own. I hate to say that, damn it.
I mean, hey, I figured out this much about life on my own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think I've done a good job so far.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm just, I don't know. This whole thing is weird. I don't know.
Nobody said it would be weird.
But nobody knew that I got a,
I
I
I'd
got a,
come around, right? Nobody knew that I'd come around either.
well, hey, nobody knew I got a 400-year grandfather watching me, or watching over me.
Uh-huh.
That right there is weird. I mean, I don't know if he's 400 years old, but
No.
he's probably at least maybe 150 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, not, he's probably close to two.
Yeah.
So if you looking at if he died in 18, he died. Well, or you know what? Was the war going on before you died, or did you die during the war? Or the war haven't happened yet?
He's seen before.
So the war haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so Thailand. He probably died. He could be probably 17 or 1800s.
Yep. Yep.
No telling.
No.
But just I don't know. I'm just as crazy. It's crazy. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah, I know.
where do we go from here.
We keep on doing what we do.
Oh, definitely. I can't. You know what? I'll be a 90-year-old paranormal investigator. You know, that's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Nope. I don't mind either.
I'll be walking around in my wheelchair,
Yeah. I'll be okay too. Like,
trying
yeah.
to trying to investigate this. Oh yeah. Something
You
there.
know, that's what I'll be doing too, probably. Once you get into it, you don't want to quit.
Well, as far as many teams come in, there are just as many teams that are quitting.
Yeah. Oh, because it's really hard to get into in the beginning. It's really hard to stay too. You know, it costs money and stuff like that. Yeah. It ain't
Well,
cheap. That's for
people have
sure.
to understand, man. You got to take one device at a time. You can't. I mean, unless you got the money, you
Mm-hmm.
can go out and buy 4 or 5 things that you might like. But I bought one camera at a time,
Yeah.
and I was okay after that.
Yeah.
And now
It's
I don't even use those recording cameras. I use my phone.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They're pretty much sitting over there by the TV.
But you know the phone cameras have improved very much since past when, right? So you
Oh
have
yeah.
better optics in the phone camera, and it's not to be toyed with, right?
Well, they way better. I remember that flip phone I had. I had a blue flip phone.
Yeah.
Was it a Motorola? Yeah, it was a Motorola flip phone.
Yeah.
And that phone got me in so much trouble. I hated that phone.
Yeah.
And, I don't know why, but every
Hmm.
time I would sit down on it, it'll butt dial Penny. It wouldn't butt dial nobody else but her. I'm like, why is this phone constantly butt dialing her? So I mean, yeah. So it'll go straight to voicemail. Penny, she wouldn't pick up, and it would go straight to voicemail.
Mm.
She would always, whatever I'm doing, she would always catch me. So I'm like, oh my god, really?
Hmm.
This crazy woman.
Hmm.
But maybe there is a. Would you call Grandpa a gatekeeper?
No,
Would you call Grandpa? So what would you call him?
I
If
call him my guardian angel.
you, hmm, I can
He's
see,
not a gatekeeper. A
cause
gatekeeper controls the dead.
but he controls a lot too.
Yeah, but he's not haunting a place and controlling a person, right? Or controlling a spirit.
Yeah, I don't think Grandma put up with that.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think Grandma. She's kind of the quiet one. She really don't say much.
No, she doesn't.
You know,
She's in the back a lot.
and Penny, and I would thought that Penny would talk with her more than Grandpa.
Grandpa and Penny are the only ones that talk a lot.
I bet they do. Guys,
Yeah,
I don't want you guys to think that spirits are very talkative,
yeah.
whether you might hear them or not, but they have a lot
Mm-hmm.
to say.
Yeah. Even the ones that don't do.
You know? So I really don't think they ever lose. I
No,
don't think they lose their essence. I don't think they lose who they really are.
no.
What you think? But
I don't think so either.
this whole, I can't help but wonder if they go on with their lives. You
Mm,
know, are you the same person that I saw when I saw you last, or are you gonna be a
Mm-hmm.
totally different person
Yeah.
when I see you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Yeah. That's a good question.
because you know because for some reason people say when you die you show your true self,
Yeah.
but I mean, ain't you showing your true self now?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I am lost for words. I can't tell you because I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions to be asked.
Yep, and a lot of answers. I need a lot of answers.
Yeah. The thing is that are we ready to know those questions? Are we ready to be able to hear those questions? Are we ready to understand those questions? Are we ready to accept those questions, right?
But here's the thing: once we die, we don't have a choice but to accept it and
Yeah.
understand it.
Yep.
So
Until then, we will not.
why wait till death to put so much on our shoulders?
I don't know.
That's weird.
In a way, we're not supposed to know until we die.
Yeah, but I want to know. I can't help myself. That's just the way it is, man.
Curiosity kills a cat.
Yeah, and they got me with a shotgun. Yeah, that's the way it is. I don't know. I cannot tell you.
Nope. Is there any other questions out there that anybody wants to ask, or yeah, please tell us now because you know,
Yeah, if there are any questions in the group chat, guys, feel free to ask. We're here. It's a Q&A.
yeah,
So far, we've been doing the Q&A, and you guys haven't asked no particular questions, so feel free to ask.
yeah,
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, man. If there's would you know what? I would even. I guess I'll be like them. I wouldn't care.
no,
Only the simplest things would I would care about.
yeah,
And that would be all that other materialistic stuff that we have. I wouldn't care about that because it has no true meaning for me.
yeah. You can't take it with you, right?
Right. So you know the ones that you love and stuff like that, then yeah, I would
Yeah, yep.
definitely.
Like if you remember the Haunted Mansion, the movie,
Uh huh.
the one with Eddie Murphy and the butler and I think his wife, we're going to heaven. And what are you doing taking all that? We don't need all that. Like, yeah, we don't need all that stuff when you go to heaven. But she said,
Mm-hmm.
but she said she wants to take it. And yeah, so she took it with her.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah.
Um.
You know what? I was watching TV
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if you ever. I'm pretty sure you've seen one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this lady has a house, and
Mm-hmm.
she said she's seen all kind of animals, spirit animals
Mm-hmm.
at her house.
Mm-hmm.
She had a cat that passed away. She had
Mm-hmm.
a mouse. I think that was ate by the cat,
Mm.
and I think, yeah,
So her house was pretty busy.
I wouldn't say busy.
Mm. I don't know.
Yeah, send me a picture.
It's. Mm.
I'm messing with Tori. Oh, man, I'm messing with Tori.
Mm.
Uh, yeah. I don't know, man. There's too many unsolved mysteries in the world for us to
Mm-hmm.
figure everything out at one time. I don't
Yeah.
think we ever will.
No. And you know what? There's way more out there than we think we know. So yeah, we haven't hit the tip of the iceberg when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, I know. But the question is it meant for us to know?
I don't know. Only a few of us know, but the rest of us don't.
Yeah, but it's not fair.
What?
It's not fair for these people in these black suits to know and nobody else to know.
Mm, I don't know.
Because I think there's a lot. You're right. There's a lot more going on than what people are saying, but it's it's only need to know basis.
Yep.
And I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Let me help myself.
Yep.
Not at all. Did you? Oh, uh, there. I sent you a message earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you got it on your phone. I sent it on Messenger, so you'll probably read it here in a minute, and you're gonna say what? And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be. Where's your husband at work?
He's at work.
That guy. I got a lot of respect for that guy. He works hard for his money.
Mm-hmm.
He works hard, and if I tell him that his wife is a cuckoo, then he'll probably. You think he'll believe me?
No.
You're probably right because I knew mine was. I knew mine was straight for the back. I knew she was a nut. But yeah. Uh, guys, any questions in the chat? Feel free to
Yeah.
ask. I'm curious to see what you guys think this evening. You know,
Mm,
and I don't know what the square root of the square root is.
neither do I know. I don't know that either.
You know, I always thought the square root of the square root was six. Something is. I don't know why it's telling me 64, but I don't know if that sounds right.
No.
64. I don't know. It's just stuck in my head.
Mm.
You know, so it's just one of those things that's weird. Uh, have you took on a new mentor yet?
Mm. I got two.
Where is Ian playing the part? Have you guys had a session yet? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah. but I still talk to him.
Hmm. Yeah, the that was interesting. We had a talk a couple of days ago. I think he earned his license to be a life coach.
Mm.
So that'd be interesting. We've talked about some things. You know, uh, just to see what he thinks. You know, I was thinking about this podcast show that we got coming up. Uh, the knowledge of the world. I was thinking about inviting someone, and I don't know how you might feel about that. What?
Something tells me yikes.
Who you think it is?
I don't know, but better not be somebody that. No, I'm not gonna
Somebody
go
that
there.
you what? Somebody that you get into an argument with?
Yeah.
Well, that's just you. I remember at least five people
Oh
you got
hell
into an argument.
no.
Yeah, Lee, you got in an argument with at least 15 people at one time.
I can't help it.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I,
gotta go to the Biffy. I'll be right back.
uh-oh.
I've been holding it for a little while. Oh god, I'm
Okay, all right. Go release your bladder. You're good.
good.
Tori, what's the score on the game? Man, boy, time flying.
Oh, was that a train I hear going by?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Why? Are you done? Are you done? No. No. Are you done? Yeah. Oh, I can't. I'm curious to see. I will in a little bit. Uh, do you think it's healthy for? Do you think it's okay for people not to visit their loved one's grave, or do you think it's how do you feel about that?
I think it's healthy.
What about the ones? What about the dead that never get any visitors? How do they feel about that? Some
Jeez,
of them be angry. Some of them just don't care.
they could be angry. You know that.
Hmm.
That's why I think a lot of us believe in visiting your relatives' grave. I think a lot of us in this field do believe that you should. I don't think there isn't not. Almost, I don't even think there's one that doesn't think that. You know that when you're in this field,
Mm.
I think all of
So,
us, almost all of us, think that it's important to visit your relative's grave.
hmm. Because I don't know, I always wonder because whenever I go out and visit, when I just go to a cemetery in general, I've seen so many graves
Hmm.
that are just untouched.
Yeah,
There's no flowers. There's nothing. I mean, it seemed like the minute they left the minute they were put into the ground, it's just over with.
and a lot of times the whole family has died too, so you really have to think about that too.
Yeah, yeah.
And they get when the whole family gets wiped out, there's nobody left to put flowers on the grave, right?
Do you think it's one of the do you think that it's one of the dead's major concern is that they might be forgotten?
Yes. And who's gonna put flowers on my grave?
If they are so how do they feel? I mean, is it really a concerning thing for them?
And there is that thing that lingers there. Yes.
Mm, you know, but do they understand why people just don't visit their grave anymore? Or they
They
just,
kind of do. They kind of do from history.
or some of them just don't. I don't know, because man, I've seen a lot of graves where nobody just come visit. I mean,
Yep. Yep.
it's heartbreaking,
Yep.
because that's one of my worst fears.
Yep. And you
Yeah,
know what? You know what? Some we'll never have we'll never have visitors too, right?
yeah, that's my worst fear. When I die, I'm going to be forgotten.
Yeah.
My kids are going to come visit.
That's why we have the Day of the Dead here in
I don't know.
Japan. So you have to clean the relative's grave. You have to put flowers down. You have to put an offering down.
'Cause I'll be honest. I don't think my kids will go out there to visit their mom if I don't get them to do it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think Josh would. I don't think Tori would. And I know Sean wouldn't. Sean would go out there probably for Mother's Day or for a
Hmm.
birthday, but just going out there just to go out there and say hello, nah. Or just to go out there to change the flowers on her grave, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's why it's up to me to do it
Hmm.
because I don't think they would.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they too scared to go in the cemetery by themselves. You know, so I already know.
Hmm.
And Sean, nah. What's the score, Tori? That ain't happening. Oh wow. Yeah. So I don't think so. You
Terry,
know.
I'm getting exhausted. I'm getting kind of tired because I have another case outdoors and I need some sleep.
All right. Well, get some sleep, buddy. I'm gonna continue this alone, and I will talk to you later. All right, guys. There goes Irene. She
Bye.
is about to get some sleep. Hey, call her and bug her while she sleep. That's what I do.
No. Bye.
So, bye. Talk to you later. What? You smell that? Yeah, I smell it. Smell good. I guess so. I don't know. All right, guys. There goes the Q&A, guys. Man, if you guys got anything that you want to say, please feel free to let me know. Write it in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.